Welcome to Kidmissing TV. This is our final case of 50s February. I noticed that there is another Doe Friday, but I'm not going to bother with it because I can use that to do my previews for March. Anyway, this is the case of Ida Dean Anderson. She disappeared on September 18, 1958 from Ann Arbor, Michigan. She was 21 years old. She was a white female, 5'2", 110 pounds. She had brown, at least shoulder-length hair. Her maiden name was Richardson. In the mid-1950s, she had lived in Florida. She became pregnant in 1955 at age 18 and married her baby's father, Kenneth, shortly thereafter. Kenneth was employed part-time as a musician. They settled in the Detroit area and had 2 additional children by 1958. There were financial difficulties and the marriage wasn't going well. She took her 3 children, left Kenneth in February of 1958. She was hospitalized due to rheumatic fever and ulcers shortly afterwards, and Kenneth placed the children in a boarding home while Ida was ill. The state of Michigan took custody of their children, and as a result of his actions, and Ida and Kenneth spent the next 6 months attempting to regain their paternal rights. Ida was scheduled to receive custody of her children in mid-September of '58, but no one is certain if she was aware of that fact. She vanished on September 18th and has never been heard from again. Ida's children were adopted to other families due to her disappearance. Her oldest son and daughter were adopted by the same family and their names were changed. Arrangements had been made for Ida and the children to fly to Jacksonville, Florida after she was awarded custody. Airplane tickets had been purchased. They were never used. Her 3 children were reunited in 1995 and began searching for her with the assistance of other relatives. And she has not been located as unidentified deceased. And search of hospital records has proven that she was not admitted to any facilities in Michigan and surrounding states after her 1958 disappearance under her name. Her family is concerned that she may have been institutionalized or that she is homeless and does not know her identity. Okay. She had rheumatic fever and ulcers. She wrote some letters, and I will read you the excerpts of the letters that she wrote to her mother when she was hospitalized. Rheumatic fever typically, but not always, occurs in children. I know somebody who had it. It's very painful on the joints. It comes from streptococcus infection, usually because the antibiotic didn't kill the strep, or you were poor and uninsured and didn't get antibiotics for your strep throat. And you get rheumatic fever, and it's not good. It sounds like her and her husband got back together for a little bit. This was written in August of 1958. Dear Mama, I am very sorry I forgot to mail your letter sooner, but have been very busy looking for a job. So far, I have had no luck. I found out from a friend of mine in Chicago, where Jerry, her strange husband, is living, and I thought I would write him for some money and just pray he will send it to me. The court still won't let me see the kids. I have to go to court on the 14th of September at 4 o'clock. I sure wish I knew for sure they were going to let me have the kids back. I have a funny feeling about it. I don't think they are. They will have a hell of a fight on their hands if they try to take them away from me, and God help them if they do. How are you feeling? Fine, I hope. How are Belle and her new baby? It must be her sister. Is Frank still working? How is Joe? and his wife getting along. I am very anxious to meet her. I can't wait to bring the kids home, and believe me, once I get there, nothing is ever going to make me leave again. I am bringing a friend down who is going to watch the kids for me while I go to work. We are hoping to get jobs so that one of us will be with the kids all the time. She knows Jerry and hates him almost as much as I do. Well, I guess she wasn't with her husband, if that's possible. Well, Mama, I guess I had better close for today so that I will have something to say in her next letter. That was the first letter. This was the fourth letter. Ida was in the hospital with pneumonia when she wrote this letter. She writes, did you when she writes, did you get to court? What did they say? Ida is referring to another order by the probate judge that her mother agreed to the plan for Ida to bring us 3 kids down to Jacksonville Beach to live with Ida's mom, our grandmom. Grandma agreed to help. The letter reads, Dear Mama, sorry I didn't write as promised, but as Belle maybe had told you, I am in the hospital again. I had pneumonia, plus my ulcer was acting up again. This may be very short as I am under heavy sedation. Did you get to court? What did they say? Love, Ida. She was hospitalized in Ann Arbor shortly before Jerry abandoned their children in March of '58. Children were taken into state custody and put into foster care. Now, okay. She vanished the day she was due in court. Does that sound like another case to you? Does to me. Sorry. If you'll recall, the 3 girls that were found in that man's house, one of them, the one that nobody knew about, was due in court to get her son back. Over the years, hundreds of letters have been written, thousands of miles traveled. It took her son Dan 20 years to find the children, well, the other child or children. I'm not sure whether he was the youngest or one of the older 2. And as I mentioned, they were reunited in 1995 with each other and all their birth family members except for Ida. Long distance calls from Florida to Michigan. Belle wrote letters to all the authorities in a 5-state area. Huh. If you have any recollection of Ida or could offer some much needed media attention, time is running out for us. Thank you for visiting our site. Dan Borgers, Ida's son Beverly Borgers, and Deborah Lindemann, Ida's daughters, Belle, Frank, and Joe Richardson, Ida's sister and brothers, and Audrey Schultz, widow of Ida's oldest brother, George. The sentences about Ida's friend was bolded by me as it is. Oh, never mind. Because it's not mentioned in her case. Michigan State Police is investigating. If you have any information, please call them at 734-994-8881. That's 734-994-8881 or msp-missingpersons@michigan.gov. Okay, here's my opinion. I believe there was foul play, and I believe she is a Jane Doe somewhere, or her remains haven't been found yet. Were the plane tickets bought by her mother? I think they probably were, because the probate judge in Florida wanted her mother to make the arrangements. I'm assuming in Florida because her mother was going to court. And they didn't have Zoom or anything, so her mother must have been going to court in Florida. And by her letters, I don't think she would have missed that court date. A team of wild horses couldn't have kept Ida away from her court date. So I believe there was foul play here. And I don't think it was the ex. Apparently he had moved to Chicago. So who was her friend that was coming with her? Just a few questions I have. Who was that friend? How well did she know her? Is she responsible, or does she know something? I would love to get her kids on Kidmissing Radio. And then if they happen to see this video, which I'll try to share as many places as I can, I would invite them to email me kidmissingtv not at Yahoo. I almost never go there. kidmissingtv@icloud.com. Excuse me. Or call the phone number for Kidmissing Radio. Which I believe is in the description. If not, it will be. So, because they're right, time is running out. Even if she had been alive, she probably isn't now. Well, let's figure it out. This was, she was born in 1937. Birthday is in March. So, 47, 57, 67, 77, 87, 97, 07, 17. She would have been 80. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. She's 87 years old if she's alive. So they're right. The clock is winding down. So, but I don't think she's alive, honestly. I think there was foul play. That's my opinion. Again, let me know what you think. I have some vocal people on here now. Be nice. Most of my people are nice, though. So, God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time. Again, remember the last Friday will not be a Doe Friday. I didn't write one, and I can use that to do deep reviews from Murderous March. And as of this filming, I still need to get updates for 50s February. So, have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay warm. God bless you. Please subscribe to both channels. Over on Punky's World, we're trying to get to 200 by St. Patty's Day. And here we're trying to get to 500 by Memorial Day. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye. God bless you.